Koja, welcome to StudyIQ IAS. Today we are going to discuss one of the most important topics, or we can particularly say about the gems of Sangam literature. You might have heard about Tolkappiyam, written by Tolkappiyar. It's a first book on Tamil grammar. Agathiyam, written by Agastya Rishi. Similarly, there are three major epics of Sangam literature, and we'll discuss all these three epics in the format of a story for simplistic understanding. So let's begin with the three major epics of Sangam literature, and the first one being Silappadikaram. Silappadikaram basically means jeweled anklet, and the story basically rotates around three important characters. The first character is Counselling, second character is Kannaki, and the third character is Madhavi. A very beautiful Sangam epic written in the format of a poem. Now let's understand the story. Counselling and Kannaki are a newly married couple and are living a very blissful life. It is believed that basically, although having a very blissful and a happy married life, Counselling, he falls into love with a court dancer whose name is Madhavi. One fine day, there is a festival dedicated to Lord Indra. And in that festival, Counselling sings a song which Madhavi feels that this song is dedicated to her. And another song is sung by Madhavi which Counselling feels that this song is dedicated to him. And the theme of both the songs, or the crux of both the songs was betrayal story. Counselling finally realizes his mistake and he leaves Madhavi and comes back to his wife Kannaki. Kannaki, she is a very chaste wife. Now Counselling and Kannaki migrate to another city. Counselling, he was completely penniless. He did not had any money. He was destitute. He was homeless. Now where to begin his livelihood from? So his chaste wife Kannaki gave him one of her anklets and said, sell this anklet, and after selling this anklet, you can start your own small business from where you can start your own livelihood. Counselling does the same. He takes this anklet and goes to a goldsmith. Now goldsmith accuses Counselling that you have stolen the queen's anklet. Now immediately Counselling is taken to the Pandyan king whose name was Nendu Chelian by the goldsmith. Nendu Chelian, without any proper scrutiny or without any proper investigation, he directly beheaded Counselling. In the evening, his wife Kannaki started searching for Counselling, and finally she reached the court of Nendu Chelian. And when she reached the court of Nendu Chelian, the Pandyan king, she came to know that her husband was beheaded by the king. Immediately she got very angry, and the king says that, like, your husband, he's a thief and he has stolen the queen's anklet. Kannaki immediately gave her the second pair of anklet and said, this is not the queen's anklet, this is my anklet. And she was very enraged. She was very angry at that time. Kannaki immediately cursed the Pandyan king Nendu Chelian that your entire kingdom will turn down into ashes. From then onwards, it is believed that Kannaki is worshipped in southern part of India as Kannaki Amman. The Devi Kannaki is also worshipped in certain parts of Sri Lanka under Patini cult. So this was the major epic Silappadikaram, which means the jeweled anklet. And it was written by the grandson of Chola king Karikal, whose name was Ilanko Adikal. Correct? Karikal, he was one of the most important rulers of Chola dynasty. Karikal, he has built a dam called as Kalanai across the Kaveri river. Karikal basically means a person with charred leg. So this is one of the beautiful epic, that is Silappadikaram. Another important gem or epic of Sangam literature is Manimekalai. Now what is Manimekalai? It can be said as a sequel of Silappadikaram. Okay? Again a beautiful story of 1 minute. Very interesting one. Manimekalai. Manimekalai, this story was written by poet Satanar of Madurai, the capital of Pandyas at that time. Manimekalai, she was a daughter of Counselling and the court dancer Madhavi. She was not the dancer of Devi Kannaki. I repeat, Manimekalai. She was the, what we say, daughter of Covalin and the court dancer Madhavi. Right from her birth itself, she had an aspiration to become a Buddhist nun. She had also studied six philosophy schools of Hinduism and compared them with Buddhism. And all this she had studied from a guru whose name was Aravan Adikal. So Aravan Adikal, he was a spiritual guru of Manimekalai. But there was one Chola prince whose name was Uday Kumar. And Uday Kumar coveted upon Manimekalai. He fell in love with Manimekalai. And as we have discussed earlier, Manimekalai had an aspiration to become a Buddhist nun. Okay? And now Uday Kumar, he became a besotted lover of Manimekalai. It is believed that Manimekalai had a bowl. And whenever she sees into the bowl, she can ask any wish from the bowl. Now, as soon as Uday Kumar was behind Manimekalai, she wished from the bowl that she should be taken to a secluded island. And as per the wish, she came to a secluded island. But when she was trying to have a wish, at that time Uday Kumar saw her. And when Manimekalai, she reached the island, Uday Kumar was already present. Finally, Uday Kumar was being killed. And when Uday Kumar was being killed, the Chola ruler imprisoned Manimekalai. One fine day, Chola ruler, he was going for a walk around the kingdom and particularly seeing the premises around the jail. And he saw that Manimekalai, she was sitting on a higher pedestal and there were many people listening to her. King started listening to her. What a beautiful lessons that were given by Manimekalai. King immediately released her. And finally, Manimekalai becomes a Buddhist nun. Another beautiful epic, Manimekalai from the Sangam literature, written by poet Satanar of Madurai. Another last important epic of Sangam literature was Kundalakesi. Kundalakesi, she also becomes a Buddhist nun during the end of her life. Now what's this poem or this epic was being composed by the poet Nath Kuthanar. This is a story of a girl named as Bhadra. Her father was a very wealthy merchant and he used to travel to distant places for the purpose of trading. Once upon a time, she was standing in the balcony of her castle and she saw that a thief named as Kalan was being paraded on the streets of Puhar. Puhar at that time was a part of Chola Empire. And he was being beaten up by the soldiers of the king. As soon as she saw Kalan, she developed a remorse for Kalan. This thief was taken to the ruler. After some time, father of Bhadra came in and he said that, and she requested her father that I want to marry Kalan. Her father was very astonished at that time. Name any king whom you want to marry. Name a prince whom you want to marry. Why do you want to marry a thief or a Kalan? She said, I want to marry this person Kalan. Immediately, her father goes to the ruler. Ruler says that I will only pardon Kalan under one condition. I want the gold equivalent to the weight of Kalan, first thing, and I want 81 elephants in return. Since Bhadra's father was a very wealthy merchant, he gave the gold worth what we say the weight of the Kalan and 81 elephants to the ruler. Both Bhadra and the thief Kalan were married now and they live a beautiful life. One fine day, in a joking manner, the lady Bhadra specifically joked with whom? Her husband Kalan. He got so angry that he now had an aspiration to kill his wife Bhadra. He took her to the hilltop and said that I'm now going to kill you. Basically, I'm going to kill you. This was said by whom? The thief Kalan or the husband Kalan to his wife Bhadra. Bhadra, now specifically, she said she tried to convince him that I was just joking. I did not had any intention to hurt you. But he did not listen to her. Now she said that I want to perform one pradakshina or circumambulation around you. As soon as she performed the circumambulation, she immediately pushed him off the cliff. And then the thief or her husband Kalan dies. Finally, she repents this act and becomes a Buddhist nun whose name was Kundalakesi. So this is one of the beautiful story of Kundalakesi written by Nath Kuthanar. These are the three important Sangam epics. Particularly, there might be questions asked in the UPSC examination related to prelims. Who wrote Silappadikaram? So it was written by Ilango Adigal. Who wrote Manimekalai? It was written by poet Satanar of Madurai. And who was the author of Kundalakesi? It was written by Nath Kuthanar. The reason behind telling this story was because once you remember the story, you can easily remember the characters. And when you remember the characters, you can easily remember their name. Correct? So, one of the best way to study history is through story, fact and concept. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day.